We live. Hey, what's going on? This is episode 4 of my brother's 2 cents, the podcast. I'm Deuce,
Boy Ace,
and this is
my brother's 2 cents.
the podcast.
You said
Oh
it twice,
shit!
bro.
Here we
We
go.
gotta do it over. Cause you said it twice. This is my brother 2 cents. It's like you said it all and then repeated it.
Messing up my song.
Alright.
Oh, all right. My bad. Little technical malfunction. What's happening?
What's going on? Welcome to my brother's 2 cents. We just got through debating over some stuff, but this is the podcast of me and my brother. We give our 2 cents on life goals and life aspirations, what we see just in regular life.
Yeah.
And we usually start off with checking in, seeing mental health awareness. That's what we about.
Mental health is real, man.
So, how you doing, bro?
No, you always go first. How you doing?
Today has been an interesting day.
Cuss me out, don't tell.
I did.
I do get off at 5:30.
No, just a
you
minute.
know you more than 2 minutes is like 5:32. You know you more than 2 minutes away.
Nah, we had to talk about stuff after work because it was they're very, I wouldn't say dramatic, but they are very on point when it comes to safety. But yeah, so
I had a safety violation too.
bro, if you hear this safety, bro, it was funny, but it's like I don't really want to do my boy like that, but it was like it was so serious. It was like, yo, what the heck, what you doing?
Nah, mine was I took the picture. Like I was trying to show him like all the stuff he's doing, right? So I just like, hey, let me take a picture of that. And then like it was like a week ago. Next you know, when all the chain came all the way back down. The worst part is nobody called me about it. I just got some random text. So then I did this whole, fix it up thing. They're like, oh no, it wasn't that big. It wasn't that big of a deal. Like, okay. But then everybody was saying, yeah, that hit my desk. Yeah, that hit my desk.
Yeah, I'm about to say it went in a report through everybody emails. It was on an email chain, I bet.
With me, I've been actually pretty good, man. I've been getting some more sleep now. I found out what it was, like supplements, with me going to the gym and stuff.
Oh
So
yeah.
it was like I take like a morning stimulant, and that thing would keep me up. And it was, how I found out.
I told you stop taking steroids, man.
Steroids, man. You know what I found out?
What?
You know how I found out?
How?
Chat GPT. I'm not making it up, man. I asked Chat GPT. I said, why I can't sleep?
That's how you know you ain't getting no sleep. You just talking.
I'm just
talking to AI. AI, give me an answer on this.
I promise to God. I asked. I was like, hey, why I can't sleep? And it was like, I don't know. What's on your mind? Right. So I just said them like, these are the supplements I'm taking. And I listed all the supplements, and they was like, "Well, that's your problem. These two right here are overly stimulating you." And then they diagnosed me. It was like, "If you stop taking this one, I guarantee you'll start getting some sleep." Honest to God, I stopped taking it, and I began sleep.
You know what? You're a robot.
Hey,
That's what you are,
no, it shows you where we going. These people gonna be obsolete. Cause I just asked AI, and I say every time at the doctor.
Don't worry about it. That's gonna be we're gonna get into that topic because we're gonna talk about that stuff on another.
It just came to me because we were just talking about what we was gonna talk about, and I didn't even think about it to just now.
So let's start off with our first topic. We're gonna jump right into sports because we were so antsy last week.
Yeah.
Jump right into sports. It was making me
Oh, hold
follow
on,
the
before
topics.
another thing was like I sit like this, so people block. They say you blocking your face.
Yeah, just stop
Tune
staring
in.
at me though. Stop staring at me, man. Gosh,
you got that rally stripe across your forehead.
I hope they all see that. Man, I'm gonna stand this out of here. I'm wearing the
Alright.
like I'm in. And the sun is cooking us down south, y'all. It's real down here. The sun will cook you.
That boy. Like, nah, you too dark for me. Look right here.
Stop. Everybody gonna be circling it and everything. Like I do see that. That's my real.
That's how I look right here. That's my real skin.
But yeah, let's jump right back into it. Let's jump into these topics. gonna start first with these NBA reactions. I've been this NBA stuff. I ain't gonna lie.
Say it.
Man, I don't like it.
Say
you
it.
was not right, bro.
I was right.
The series is not over.
I
it
was
ain't
right.
over.
I was right a lot. I wrote
it
down.
Ain't over.
My pick was Celtics 4-0. Celtics went 4-1.
Yeah.
All right.
I picked Celtics.
We did.
Too.
You said Denver was going no, we didn't do the Denver Clipper one. We did
slow down. Let's go one by one. We on the East. Let's go to the East.
All right.
Where do we go wrong when we said the East? We both picked the
Celtics.
The Celtics. We both picked the Cavaliers.
Yeah.
We both
that
picked
was
the
ugly.
Pacers.
That was ugly. That was embarrassing.
I knew that was gonna be embarrassing.
That every night.
I don't even know.
Boy, people should be getting fired for that one. That was embarrassment. You put out on the record.
That third game that they should have won that one. It was ridiculous.
But the next one.
What? The Pacers and the Bucks. We both picked the Pacers.
No.
Who picked the Bucks? You didn't.
Oh yeah, we did. No, yeah, you're right. We did. Pacers and 6.
The difference that we had was the Knicks and the Pistons, and that series is actually.
Well, what are you seeing in that series?
Cats
off. Say it, cats off. Them boy, I told you, them Pistons is bullying them. They playing too tough. They playing way too tough.
They only got one more game though. That's all they got to do, win one game.
Who? The Knicks?
Yeah. I mean, but the Pistons, I ain't never say they wasn't a weak team. Because we talked about that last
and they pushed it to 6. I think you said Knicks and 6. I said Pistons and 6.
Yeah, I did. I said Knicks.
You still feel confident about that?
I don't know.
I know you're a little shaky now.
I might
7.
I might say the Knicks and 7. Because the Pistons.
If it go to 7, I would say Knicks and 7.
Because what I forgot about was Tobias Harris. I'm like, shoot, I forgot.
No, you mentioned him last time. I was like, yo, he's a difference maker.
Yeah, but we talked.
I think we were talking on the phone. We weren't even on here.
No, we was.
Okay.
But we talked about that at the beginning. Like my pick from the beginning, I thought the Knicks was gonna get him probably in 6. But the way the series been playing out, you probably was a little right about that. Like how physical they are. I didn't think because the NBA has been soft. They've been soft these last few years, man. And
some of them are.
I mean, but the NBA now, like when the playoffs started, it's like it turned to football. Everybody fighting each other.
Yeah, people fight people dead. They fight their daddy on the sideline. Giannis forehead down, dude like 5'2". He like.
His dad was dead wrong though.
Everybody said that. Even he said it. He's like, I don't like how my dad handled that.
What it was is when ESPN showed it, they only showed
Giannis going at him.
But it was like a fan. They showed a video from a fan from afar.
Yeah.
And his dad was looking for somebody on the Bucks to best fit.
He found Giannis.
And Giannis was standing there chilling.
And Giannis is a cool cat too, and he foreign. So the funniest part is when you're angry and you can't really speak, like you can't communicate your anger because you speak a different language.
Yeah.
So. You could tell he was pissed, but he just couldn't say.
Well, you could tell where he's from. He's from the gutter because he was like, from where I'm from, I don't want to say nothing because snitches get stitches. And I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, he's foreign. Yeah, because he don't know how to communicate it. It sounds smoother in his dialect, but and then it sounded corny, but
it did. Sound
but
stitches, I'm like, yeah.
If he would have said it in his native tongue, it would probably sound a lot cooler. But
yeah.
But with that one, let's talk about it because I talked about this with my homeboy earlier. Doc Rivers strikes again. I've been telling people Doc Rivers is a horrible coach. He keep getting these jobs. He keep blowing.
Last game wasn't his fault though.
He keep blowing. The one that just passed
last night.
That was his fault. Let me tell you why it's his fault. Let me tell you this is why. They doing a full court press. Why you didn't call a timeout to advance the ball? Your team is struggling with this press. You call a timeout, you advance the ball to half court. Now you just got a half court set to get the ball in and run your play. He wanted them to break the press. It's like, bro, like you put too much on it. Make it simple. You guys were ahead. You guys blew the daggone lead. Advance the ball. So that's why I think it's a coaching call. The players are the players. Like, yes, Gary Trent Jr. fumbled twice.
Yeah.
But you got to coach them into a winning position. And he didn't coach them into a winning, not position, situation. He didn't coach them into a winning situation. He let them fight a little bit too hard for that loss. And I just didn't think he could have helped them.
But that pass to Gary Trent Jr., I had to watch that like 3 times. Like, yo, how did it pass to your hand? I ain't never seen that in the NBA. You see that in the NFL?
NFL. That's what I was gonna say. Like he shot the ball before he caught it.
He made four threes.
He was shooting it before he even caught it, and that's how it happened.
I think he was just used to letting the ball go.
He just let it go.
He just let it go. It just went out his hands. He like, oh my god! But I mean,
he was shooting it before he
shout
caught the
out to
ball.
the dude, man, because I never heard of his. I never really.
Who was that?
Gary Trent Jr. I never really knew who he was.
I heard little stuff about him, but
he had a good game.
But I'm saying Doc Rivers blows another one.
I don't think it's Doc Rivers.
You got a great team. I would say that Bucks team was a great team. For them to be playing in that seed
3 years ago, they were great.
Wait, you had Giannis Portis, you got Lopez, you got Lillard, you got who else you got there? Who else? They had somebody off the bench. I can't remember his name, but they had a solid, competable team. They was not coming out the East, but he had a good team that he could put on the floor. And he could have. And the Pacers, I think the Pacers are for real too.
It's for real in the East, but they not really because I think the Celtics right now looking the scariest out of everybody.
No, I disagree.
I think so.
So hold on before we get over to the Celtics because they just had a cakewalk. Let's get to your team.
So let's go over to the West.
Let's get to your team.
Well, hold on, we can't just skip to my team.
You see how he prolonged it.
All right, let's go. Let's go straight to the Lakers. What you want to talk about with the Lakers?
I told y'all.
Bro, you hate the Lakers so much,
bro. No. It's LeBron. It's not the Lakers.
Oh, so it's LeBron.
It's LeBron. Yep. You know why? Because LeBron has this stigma that he was the man, and then you got a little a bulldog like Anthony Edwards that's coming for the king, and you take the biggest guy in the room, knock him out. And when I seen him play LeBron like that, pushing him, and nobody ever bullied LeBron in a long time. Like I think the Spurs used to, but not even to that extent. He was playing bully ball with LeBron to the point LeBron was looking at the refs for help. Like, hey man, he fouling me, he pushing me, man. What you gonna do? Like, yo, like he's 6'7", he's 280 pounds, he's too strong for them. But he's looking at the ref because he's pushing him. Like, it's not even a basketball play. He's pushing him. Like, what you gonna do? And he's looking at the ref like, hey,
I think it was. That's why I said that. Like it's been physical for all teams, not just them. It's been physical for a lot of teams. But that
you said Lakers 4-1.
No, I ain't said the Lakers 4-1. I said the Lakers was already gonna win in 6. I said they was gonna win in 6.
I wrote down 4-1 on my notes because.
No, I ain't say it was Lakers in 5. You keep listening to Shannon. He got you hypnotized, man.
I'm gonna pull up the tape. Yeah, you better hope you're right.
Man, I said 6, and I said if they go 7, it would probably be over. But it looks like it's going to be 7.
It's gonna be 7. If it go to 7, I to be honest with you, I trust Luka and LeBron in the game 7 that I do the Wolves.
That's the part that I'm about to get at. Like, as watching the game, it ain't Luka and LeBron. It's not.
They're doing their part. They're doing their part.
They're doing their part. I think the problem is the coach and
yeah. You're starting to see the rookiness and inexperience of JJ.
I think what it was is like the man played the whole game.
Second
The
whole series like 7 guys.
No, the game, that last game, he only sat out on the bench for 1 minute and 32 seconds. LeBron James.
Yeah.
A minute and 32 seconds.
The whole second half. He played the whole second half. And it's like, when he did that, I said, JJ Redick just threw away the series because you just exerted Game 6's energy on the second half. Them guys can't recover from that.
It was for a good reason, but at the same time.
What was the reason?
Because they needed that game. Because like more than likely,
if they sat down, them boys were gonna make a run.
They was already making a run to come back. I ain't gonna
you
lie.
Gotta put together a team, man.
Your boy was hitting some big shots though. He was definitely hitting some big shots.
I've been hearing he's been compared to James Harden.
Who? Anthony Edwards?
Yep. Houston Harden.
I don't know about
him. I just like.
He remind me. He more like more efficient Kobe to me.
You know what? I was watching him because how he was getting to his certain spots. I'm like, yo, he is starting to play like a little Kobe, man.
Yeah, because he gets to his spots. And then it was more like
he breaks down the defense. He gets in, like he was breaking a zone. Their zone was pretty tough though. That little boxing four they was doing.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. The coaching part, ESPN was breaking it down. I was like, yeah, that makes sense. Or no, it wasn't even ESPN. It was
Are you giving plugs? You dropping plugs?
it was TNT, and your boy Charles Barkley was talking about it. Like, why are y'all double teaming him and Rudy Gobert is not in the game? That's why they getting all these open shots, and I'm thinking like, you're right.
That's
Like,
that's like the equivalent of the Golden State's death lineup when they pull Gobert out, and it worked on the Lakers. I don't think it's gonna work next series though. But
nah, I don't think. I think Timberwolves and the Lakers match perfectly. It's like these
yeah,
first
yeah,
rounds,
okay.
they matching up perfectly.
Not
You know,
all these first rounds.
nah, not all of them. Not that. But yeah, we get into that. But I think more or less the problem with the Lakers is your boy.
LeBron is too old. He can't do what he used to do. Those other guys ain't stepping up. Rui stepped up last
Rui
game.
stepped up.
Reeves.
Reeves has been.
He go MIA in clutch moments.
That's probably the problem, man. And I've been
But
thinking
you
about
got
that.
your center that ain't really doing much.
Nah, but that ain't never. We
They
never really.
benched him in the second half.
We never counted on that though. We never counted on him being like a factor. Reeves has not been showing up in none of the games.
Nah, Rui didn't show up for a lot of them though. I think.
But we didn't count on Rui to step up. We
Really?
counted on Reeves to step up. Reeves haven't scored a 20-point game. Bro, last game he scored what? I think it was like 16, maybe 17 points.
Yeah.
But guess when it came in the second half?
Yep.
That means he scored 0 points in the first and the second quarter.
We gotta look at the tape
Lakers was
from
counting on
we
that.
were talking about this series before because you was saying something else, a whole
What?
other tune, and I was telling you what you're saying now, and then you was discrediting Rudy Gobert and Julius
Yeah, I
Randle
discredit Rudy
and
Gobert
Julius
because
and Julius Randle, and I'm
yeah,
telling
I
you,
did Randle, but Randle ain't been really. He ain't been. I ain't gonna say he's been a big impact, but he has been an impact the last two
the
games.
first game he went MIA, but these last he's been
No,
there. He's been there.
The first I say the first two he wasn't really more of an
He put
impact.
up 30. I want to say put up a 30 ball. The second game, they
Not
lost.
the second game.
Yeah, look it up.
But let's go. I'm talking about Austin Reeves.
You want to talk about Joe?
Nah, because I don't think he put up a 30-point game in the series.
Who?
Julius Randle.
On the
He
back?
maybe put up like a 28-point game or 27-point game, but I don't think he put up like 30.
Pull it up. But go ahead, tell me about Austin Reeves. I'll pull it up.
Austin Reeves, man, he ain't scored 20 points, and he looks like he can't get past none of the defenders. It's like they don't got a double team. They double teaming LeBron and Luka. They pass it to Austin. Austin, man, that fourth quarter I was pissed off because it was like, yo, you got like 5 threes in a row. You missed. You was like 1 for 4, and it was like it was too late. And that one shot he passed to Philly, um, he it was a good play for him, but at the same time it pissed me off that he just he's just very passive. It's like he's kind of like intimidated by this team. He's not playing. I think they wearing him out on defense because he's kind of
their defense is getting to him.
like they wearing him out on defense, and I think that's getting to him. But we just playing zone, and I was confused by that. I'm like, yo, how is you tired? But he's not getting past nobody. He's not doing his thing like he usually do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Doncic, he was killing him. I'm like,
you know what's crazy about this though? Is I'm watching Doncic and I'm sitting there like, bro, this dude, I gotta give him his props, man. He is. I was looking at him like, man, this guy can actually just. He's like, his shots are just dead on.
yeah,
His touch, his like, you can't guard him.
you can't. But he can't. Like LeBron can only do so much.
He had a 27 piece.
That's why I said I don't think he scored 30.
But still though, he was putting up like 15, 8, and then jump up to 27.
Yeah, that's why I said the last 2 games, bro.
No. The first game he put up like 16. Then he put
the
up 27.
Game, we put up 27.
Yep.
Oh, it was that third game. He must have put up like 16 or something.
Yeah, something like that. But that series was the one I told you I was most excited about. I like that matchup.
Man,
I like them.
I think I took that with a.
You not happy watching that series? Like looking at like this is real basketball. It's competing because everybody else getting blown out.
Watching the series? No, my team is losing. What you mean?
But everybody else getting blown out though. So it's like I'm not gonna watch. Memphis be down by 50 in the first quarter.
But that was only one.
No, because you had Cleveland blowing it. I mean, they just whooped the Heat ass. That was just ugly.
Yeah, let's get back into these other series games then.
No, let's look at the other one. The next round.
No, we still in the only teams that's in that next round is a few. It's only,
the Nuggets and Clippers.
yeah, but we ain't talking about the Nuggets and Clippers. They still that one gonna be tight. That's tight.
I like how that matchup is, but so those players I was telling you about when I was like, hey, you got to watch out for them.
And the dude that you said still ain't hitting. He ain't did nothing. I think he scored
Defense.
like 14 points.
I ain't talking
bro,
about
stop
his
playing,
offense.
bro. Where do you get
keep
that
talking
from?
about his offense. I'm like,
where
yo,
you
this
get that
dude can defend.
from? Like he's a best defensive player. He ain't even on an all defensive team. He never been on one.
You sure?
No.
No, he probably didn't make one.
He's never been on one. I don't think he's been in the.
What's the series right now? 3-2. It's right there, top of the screen. 3-2. Who? Denver, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so the defense is working. All right, cool. Won that argument.
What you mean? How you winning?
He's playing defense. His team is winning, and you're trying to tell me that this guy is irrelevant. It's like, how? How?
Because that don't correlate, bro. You just
him playing defense. It doesn't correlate to them winning. So you take him out of it, they still getting 3-2.
Yes.
You crazy.
He's not been a factor, bro.
You crazy.
He's not been a
14
factor.
points is actually pretty good though.
Yeah, you're right. 14 points is pretty good.
He's not a high caliber player. You just mad because Austin Reeves and shit.
How could you be making some...
No, I'm dead serious.
Nah,
he's a good defender. Okay, so why they winning then? Tell me why they winning.
What do you think they would?
No, you tell me. Since you said it's not their defense. It's not Jokic, because Jokic put up like 16 points last game.
He did, but he still had the triple double.
So 16 is good for Jokic, but 14 is not good for him.
I mean, I ain't saying it's not good, but I'm saying he's not been a factor though. Like his 14
so what is a factor? If you got a guy who's playing defense and getting you in double figures.
What was the score last game?
Was it a buzzer beater?
Nah,
was that the buzzer beater? The shot alley-oop thing?
I don't think it was a buzzer beater, bro. I think they
Oh no, they whooped him because Westbrook came off the bench, put up 27. He say he didn't.
I ain't say he didn't.
All right then.
Do you think them 14 points made?
No, he ain't had 14. Look at what Westbrook had last game.
No, I ain't saying Westbrook. I'm saying
you keep messing with that.
Take his 14 points away. What was the score?
That was a blowout game, but the games before that were close.
He wasn't scoring that many points before that.
Okay, so why they winning then? They winning off of Jokic. Jokic put up 16 points. So you keep Jokic 16, but you get rid of his 14.
Okay, what Murray put up?
Murray, I don't think he's doing it. I don't think he's doing much on this one.
What you mean he ain't doing much? Man, you tripping. He busting, he killing them.
What is the stats there, bro? You asking me and you
stop looking at my computer, bro. Stay over
there. You'll get in trouble again, man.
Let me pull
up mine, man.
Bro, you be hating, bro.
No, you hating. You talking about?
You like, yeah, I'm right. Like, yeah, you right.
You tell me how I'm wrong. Tell me how I'm wrong.
Because the boy ain't been no factor. We both already picked Dallas though. I mean, we both picked the Nuggets though.
No, we didn't pick on that one.
Yeah, we did. We picked.
We
did.
I don't know about
that.
We
was talking about what we think the games was gonna go, and I said 6. Because you didn't think the Clippers was gonna be able to do nothing. But yeah, because
Kawhi staying healthy that long.
Yeah, I told you. Yeah, that's what the joke was.
So what you think about these Warriors?
The Warriors?
Yeah.
The Warriors Rockets. That surprised me the most.
Really?
Yeah.
You didn't see that coming?
I ain't see them getting them up like that. Like it ain't over, but it's like I ain't think the Rockets. The Rockets is starting to get petty now. It's to the point where
what you mean?
Dylan Brooks is just starting to do anything.
Well, that's what he's supposed to do, man.
To try to get people out the game, and that's weird to me. Like, bro, play basketball, man. You gotta do all that.
That's what he get paid for.
Much. Like, come on, man. That's why they losing now because the antics ain't even working. You can't use the antics against that team, especially against Draymond.
So I've been looking at these, going back to these. Besides Jokic 30, you know what everybody else is putting up on that Denver team?
What?
Around 17 points. 14 to 17 points. And Jokic is putting up the 30 balls. So everybody is putting up that key number that you keep trying to take away from old boy. Because he had a bad game. We put up 3. Cool. It's okay when he.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah, no, he had 3 points. I was like, I ain't want to say nothing about that because you're going to make your point. But that was one game. Everybody else is averaging 17 points.
How many steals he got that game?
Yeah, you're not going to let me
playing defense.
They're up 3-2. That's all I gotta say.
How many blocks did he get?
Everybody scoring this around the same amount of
How many
points,
forced turnovers did
and
he
they're
get?
winning,
He
and
ain't
he's
get nothing,
okay.
bro.
So he's a non-factor.
He is a
So they
non-factor.
so they should be losing then.
Jokic is dominating the game,
No,
bro.
Jokic is carrying that team.
And that's what I said. That's my point. Just agree with me. You hate it. Just
No,
agree.
I'm
Like,
not
yo,
agreeing with you.
you're doing
We
it.
have a two different conversations. You're saying Jokic is the reason why they winning, which is like, nah, because he can't do it himself.
You just looked up the stats, man.
He's not doing it himself. He's putting up his numbers. But you still got everybody else averaging over 15 points. You're going to win that way.
So the person.
And you got Harden that center they got that you brought up was I didn't know about him.
Yeah.
He's been doing his thing. You got Kawhi Leonard doing his
That's another reason
thing.
why the Clippers lost
And
that
they
game
still
because they tried to defer to him too much.
he beasted though. He had like 27, 30. I think he had 30 pounds.
Yeah,
27 points.
He had 27, but that was too much. Like, man, he should have 27. James Harden should have 27.
So we watched the team win, deferring to their center to carry them. And now you seeing it, and you don't like it because it don't look right.
They lost. I'm just saying. If James Harden would have scored 27, I think they probably would have got
James
a dub.
Harden had a horrible game that game.
That's what I'm saying. He had a terrible game.
So he couldn't get started because they was deferring to him? Or was it, hey, James, you're having a bad day. Let's find somebody else that's going to score?
That could be a possibility, but his 27 didn't mean nothing in a blowout, right?
Why do you keep talking about these points don't mean nothing, man?
I'm just saying they got blown out.
Points matter, man. All points matter. All right.
So you saying if you up 27 points and then you take your starters out and then you go crazy, you score.
This is what I'm saying.
30 points, but y'all still lose by 50.
This is how my mind look at it, right? If he put up his 27 on the Clippers, Harden put up his 27. Denver defensive strategy is different. It's not as fail proof as it was when he was having a bad game. Him having a good game changes what they do. It changes their reaction. That's what I'm saying. Because he had his bad game, they didn't have to change anything. He started getting off. Okay, what we doing ain't working. We need to include him. They excluded him. Like, oh, he off today. We ain't got to worry about him. We gonna go ahead and focus this way.
See, that's why you ain't a coach. Okay. See, this is why you ain't a coach.
Why am I not a coach?
Cause, man, your way of thinking is messed up.
Bro. So you're gonna continue to do the same thing over and over again. Insanity. That's exactly the definition of insanity. Doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results. Hey, we're gonna run this 2-3 zone, even though they're kicking our butt in it. We're gonna keep running. No, you adjust. That's what great coaches do. They're Doc Rivers ass.
You the type dude.
No, you Doc Rivers over here.
You the type dude to pass to the fourth option and be like, yeah, go ahead and do your thing.
If we up, yeah.
Nah, man.
You ain't do that. Get him, man. Cookie Mary. Do your little crossover. No. Oh, you ain't do that.
So you'll be
we
like,
up 20. What are we fighting for?
But let's just let him have a good game.
No,
let's go.
No, that's not the narrative.
We gotta get him
That
hot.
wasn't what happened.
We need him hot.
So you gonna let him break it up? You wasted possessions going to him trying to get him started.
Yeah,
you gonna do that?
Buckets don't mean it ain't making nothing. All right, let's think. All right, look,
2 points is 2 points. So why is Harden's 2 points matter, but Zubac doesn't, or whatever his name is? It was Zubac.
Yeah.
Why does his 2 points don't matter and Harden's does?
Because it's about when you hit the shots.
As long as you hit it between first quarter and fourth quarter, it don't matter when you hit the shots.
Nah, dude, it do matter. Like I said, if you up by 30 and you
so you saying hit
16 points and you brought the lead back down to 15, you still lost.
So you saying Zubac's 27 came in trash time?
I ain't saying it came in trash time.
So what are you saying?
I'm just saying he shouldn't have been scoring. Like his
Why?
27 points.
He's a paid NBA player. He shouldn't be scoring 27. You should be looking at Harden like, yo, you get 250 million. Why you ain't got 27?
That's why they got that thing called plus minus.
What's the plus and minus for that game?
For him?
For him on that game.
I don't know. I gotta look it up.
Because Harden was having. This is the thing. Harden was having a bad game. You like, okay, we need a second option. Kawhi's doing his thing. We need another option. Harden is off. Who's next up? Who's the next best guy? Our center. All right, you guys gonna have to get us through this game because he's having a bad one.
Step up. Get in there and step up.
You're saying, hey, nah, forget that. Keep giving Harden the ball. We got to get him started. It's like, all right, by the third quarter, you down by 50, and now all of a sudden he's hitting shots. It's like, yeah, now we can win. No. No,
Nah. Usually
you wasted possessions trying to get this man started.
you got to play with the guy that got you there, or one of the guys that got you there.
If he having a bad game, that's what coaches do. They make
And
adjustments.
Harden been the most consistent player on their team.
I can't argue that. I can't argue that. I won't argue that.
Like Kawhi Leonard been out. Paul George left. Like what
the hell? I can't argue that. But still, I'm out coaching you.
Yeah,
Doc
right.
Rivers, you going home in the first round there, buddy.
And the only reason you got the Lakers and Timberwolves because you hate LeBron.
I loved it. I loved it.
I'm
Oh man,
this dude, I couldn't even
You know-
sleep that night when they lost. It was Sunday afternoon. I woke up in the middle of the night.
No,
tossing and
tell her
turning,
what you
thinking
was
about,
doing. Tell her what you was doing. I texted like, hey, because LeBron did a dirty play. That was a dirty play. When he rolled into his knee, I was like, yo, that was a dirty play.
First of all, what it was is I checked the NBA TV in the morning, and they only had 2 games. I'm like, who playing that? I'm like, I know somebody playing it, but they ain't say nobody.
Yeah.
So I went on my I usually watch my little TV show. And,
tell her what you was
Sunday,
doing.
I decided to watch.
He told me, I'm like, yo, LeBron just did a dirty play. He like, game? Man, I ain't even know the game on. I'm over here watching Insecure. I'm like, I got to get you out the house. He was like, you haven't. He's curled up, binge watching Insecure, and I'm sitting here yelling at the TV because LeBron did a dirty play.
When I started watching it a long time ago, I was probably like on the fucking second or third season, and I'm like, okay, this is a good day to catch up on stuff. And I was watching, I was like, oh, this is really good. The next thing I know, you text me like basketball on. I'm like, snap! I forgot.
He had a face mask on, a robe, a bonnet, curled up.
No,
you
man.
go, girl, or whatever. I don't even know what they do on that show. I just know.
Ain't even like that.
I just know chicks watch it.
It ain't even like that, bro. The show was actually a good show. I was loving it.
Yeah. All right. Rod Wave. Yeah, I get it now. I get it now.
Yeah, right. Let's switch topics.
Hold on. The next round. I want to talk about that because I feel like
there ain't enough teams in the next round.
No. The ones that we see so far, Cleveland and Indiana is going to be another good series because I think they match up well. Cleveland gonna have to show something now. They got to play. They just had a cakewalk.
You don't think Cleveland is going? I think Donovan Mitchell on another level.
No, I don't because he hasn't had to play nobody. Now he has to play a team.
Halliburton had a good series against the Bucks.
I think Halliburton is inconsistent. I think he probably gonna have his history shown, in my opinion, is he have a good series and a bad series. Like he's not consistent all the way through.
Yeah, but I ain't think. Well, so who you think will win?
Come out the East or they talking about that series there?
That series.
I think it's going 7. I think it's going 7, and it's going to coin flick. It's going to be 7.
It might go 6. I might be wrong, but I'll get a Pacers 2 games. I think Cleveland is that's a strong team, dude.
I get you. The defense on there is pretty. I get you that, but
I mean, not even just the defense. Like
you sold on Donovan.
Not even. I mean, yeah, Donovan. He's nice, man. He's nice, bro. That point guard that Cleveland got too, man.
Garland.
Man, bro.
Garland nice.
Talking about
Garland nasty.
Somebody said Steph Curry got the second best handles in the league. I say,
who got the first? He said Garland.
Yes.
Kyrie does have the first.
Yeah, he got the first, but I ain't say Steph ain't got the second.
I don't think Steph got the second. I don't think Steph got the second.
He's top 5, but I don't think
he's definitely top 5.
He's more
he
or
don't.
He's just such a good shooter.
He don't do the breakdown. He don't show the
even
bag.
Though he bopped somebody last game though, he crossed the shit out of that fell on the floor.
No, your boy touched the ground. Never mind. I'm gonna let your Lakers die.
Oh
Edwards crossed it. He been crossing.
Edwards has got the younger legs. My man is 40, man. The man is gonna be playing in the league. He's gonna be 41. In 9 years, that man gonna be 50 years old.
You know what made me mad?
What?
They went to a commercial break, and I saw Bronny dressed. I said, during the playoff game, oh my god.
So you get front row seats
to a Lakers game. Yeah.
What you think? You didn't think they was gonna call him up, bro?
No, he ain't. He's doing. He beasted in the G League. Okay, give him that. He ain't getting no burn in the playoffs. He might get burned because they're gonna lose.
He got some burn in that second game.
He's going to get some burn on this next game because it's the last game of the season because they're gonna lose.
Right. So, damn, just like that.
All right, what we doing?
Yeah, let's switch topics up because this
Hold on,
basketball thing, we
hold on, hold
just
on, hold on, hold on. So one of the things we got was that some people don't like to hear sports. So we're gonna break this segment out into 4 different videos for each topic we're talking about. So stay tuned.